Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we're joined by Dr. Catherine Orsini, a nationally recognized leader in functional, integrative longevity medicine. Dr. Catherine is the founder and CEO of Alpha Care Wellness Center. She has over 20 years of experience in helping patients restore health through personalized root cause care. She's also the co author of Health Splanativity and the co creator of Alphaceuticals by Dr. Catherine. And so now, without any further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Catherine Orsini.
Thank you so much, Michael, for that wonderful, warm introduction tonight. I humbly received that. What a honor! It's always such a honor every time I get to hear someone talk about me. It's a big, big honor. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. This is my first show, I'll call it, for the new year for 2026. And I promise you, 2026 has a great lineup for you, so you don't want to miss any of this. And I'll tell you that we have a lot to cover tonight, and there'll be several nuggets that you will be able to learn from and at least take home with you. So grab a friend, share with a friend, and let them know we're online. It's promised to be a great night. So I want to talk tonight about metabolic detoxification, but differently this time. And I need to go back to that first slide again. Let's see. Let me go back to the first slide again. The slide before this. Let's see. Can we go back to the slide prior to this, please? Okay. No, not that one. Let's go back again. All right, yes, let's stay here. So I want to talk a little bit about what metabolic detoxification is. This time around, I'm talking about metabolic detoxification in terms of how it helps improve your health quality, how it helps to improve your health span. Health span terms the qualitative years we get to spend in this part of eternity. And I think once you're over 20, your goal is how can I age better? And tonight, I want to give you a proven over 20 years that I have personally been using this protocol to help people age well. As a matter of fact, it's one of the key protocols that my husband and I, Dr. Olusegun and I, use in our health longevity protocol and in our book. If you've read the book, if you haven't read the book, you will understand why metabolic detoxification is one of the keys to living qualitative years. So tonight we are going to reset together. I'm going to, like I mentioned earlier, empower you on your fresh start and through the holistic metabolic protocol. Next slide, please. All right. So I want to spend some time here. If you've heard me before, I always talk about toxins and how we live in a highly intoxicated world, mentally, physically, environmentally, in our homes, just driving along, just driving on the highway or your country road, and even in the foods we eat, right? Whatever type of food you eat, you are consuming toxins. And sometimes even the organic foods we purchase is not truly organic. And over time, there's an accumulation of these toxins that makes our body, that burdens our body and produces the inability to remove toxins. And that is some of what we want to talk about today. And one of the key things is if you don't get rid of toxins, if your cup is full and running over and you're not clearing your toxins, how do you effectively turn over your cells? Because there has to be cell regeneration, there has to be that has to constantly happen. And over time, we're not doing that. We instead of doing what we call that autophagy and having that cellular regeneration, you're getting accumulation of toxins, and over time produces diseases, that people deal with, and over time, not able to clear anything any longer. So we need to make sure that we find adequate measures of ways to get rid of toxins. And that, my friend, is one of the key strategy, I promise you, to living a longer, healthier, qualitative life. Next slide, please. So we're going to lighten it up a little bit. Bring it on. I've had enough of juicing. So you've heard of a juice cleanse. And I want to tell you that a juice cleanse does not help you detoxify. It's a juice cleanse is a cleanse. And the reason is because it's more of the detox diet. It's basically just cleansing and eliminating nutrients that are actually needed for you to be able to complete the actual metabolic detoxification. So it's different. So just a little light in the air. Let's go on. I'm sorry for the main things I said while I was carb detoxing. Another one is juice cleanse, carb detoxification. That's not existing as well. Let's keep moving. That's funny. Carb detox. The only thing the juice diet has cleansed me off is my will to live. And that's not the case, my friend. It's not to take the will for you to live. It's actually to help you refresh, restore, regenerate, right? To get renewal of cells. It's not to take the life from you. However, it's to give you that vibrancy. And this is across all ages. Wonderful. Are you toxic? And that shouldn't even be a question anymore, considering the fact that we live in a toxic world. Except you don't live, except you want to live in a bubble. If you live in a bubble, maybe you're avoiding some, but well, the bubble also could be toxic. So it's not are you toxic? Is how toxic are you? How much toxins do you burden? And do you carry as a burden? How much do you have exposed in your homes and your family? And how can you get rid of it? Those are the questions that we should be asking ourselves. Okay. And sometimes we don't even know about all this detoxification process, the detoxification capacity when it's non-functioning. I mentioned, I use an analogy of when the cup is full, overflowing, and you see it overflowing, it bubbles over, and you're just wondering, what do I do with this? How do you know when it's your detoxification measure, detoxification capacity is non-functioning? How do you know? When you start seeing some of the signs, when your digestive tract elimination problems accumulate, elevated cholesterol, allergies, skin disorders, fatigue, anxiety, irritability, stubborn weight gain, when you have the inability to lose weight, when you have chemical sensitivities. I see this all the time in my practice. When you have fibromyalgia, aches and pains, joint pain, not able to sleep, not adequate restorative sleep, and not getting to that REM stage of sleep. When you have frequent illnesses and you have blood sugar and hormonal imbalances, these are some of the signs, not all, but some of the signs that should really alert you that your detoxification capacity is not working. Sometimes what we jump at is the next trick on the next trend, the next trick, but most times those did not work. You literally have to get into a process of detoxifying appropriately so that you can get restoration. Because restoration is not just going to happen because you decided to, what I mentioned earlier, because we're doing a juice cleanse. No. And as we get older, our detoxification capacity also slows down as well. I mean, aging is a process, and as you can expect, things get to be slower. So if you were able to detoxify much quicker when you were younger, it slows down. So now you have to be a little more tactical. You have to be a little bit more aggressive in ensuring that this daily detoxification is ongoing so that even those premenstrual or even perimenopausal and menopausal symptoms can be alleviated. Next slide, please. So what does the metabolic detoxification protocol looks like? I want to change this up a little bit. This can be customized to you based on where you are, based on what you have ongoing. And when you look at that, over 20 years doing this, I always look at the holistic approach and presentation of the patient. You have to understand that sometimes you have other comorbidities. So you have someone with kidney issues, someone that's going through perimenopausal phase, someone that has the quote unquote adrenal insufficiency, and someone that is struggling with high cholesterol. So this could be customized to that particular person. But over in general, you have a 14 or 28-day protocol that is created not to push or forcefully push, but to assist your body in detoxifying, and especially in going through that 3-step process. This is what your juice cleanse would not give you. This is not what your colon cleansing would not give you. These are good, but it's not sufficient to have a metabolic detoxification in all essence. And I can prove that to you with a lot of really good clinical studies, research. If you need some of that, email me, contact my office, and I will prove this to you, that you need a robust process to actually get this process started. Okay, because we need to remove the allergens, the common inflammation that you've accumulated. We need to remove the objects that are causing toxic buildup. We need to also give you sufficient nutrients for that to happen. And that needs to happen to support your body to go through it. So almost like if your body doesn't have enough nutrients, it doesn't do what it needs. It needs specific nutrients. Next slide, please. So what then does this look like? This metabolic detoxification protocol sounds like a big deal, a big word. What does it look like? What does it do? We've talked about when the tank is overfull, but what does it do? What should you expect when you've gone through a comprehensive metabolic detoxification protocol? You should notice increased energy. You should notice movement with weight. I don't like to use the term weight loss because it's weight management. It depends on where you are, because if you lose weight and you lose muscle, if you've seen me in my practice, that does not work, because losing muscle is not weight loss. Losing muscle is being flabby. And losing muscle is not pretty as well. We need muscle. So what are you losing? What are you losing? Weight? Are you losing muscle? Are you losing water retention? So that should be clarified. And also you will notice improved mental clarity. You also improve your digestion. Your skin clears up. Your complexion is beautiful. The toxic overload is taken out. And the joints is so grateful because there's a lot of movement, better mobility. And guess what? Blood sugar is better regulated. Okay, your response to blood glucose when you eat and what you're eating, and your insulin is much better controlled. Wonderful. All right. And I've gone over this about some of the toxins that you're commonly exposed to. Just name it. You can be in your house as safe, and if you're a biohacker like myself, you probably have all those little air purifiers, essential oils, plants that help you detox. But what about prescription medications? What about the over-the-counter? We have to take those sometimes, and those are necessary. You're not going to take it if you're taking it for a specific disease. I wouldn't recommend you do that. What about new carpets, or just things you're not able to control? So when you're thinking about common toxins, the list is, oh my gosh, just exhaustive. It's non-exhaustive. You can ongoing your neighbor's lawn. You don't know how your neighbors maintain their lawn. You don't know what kind of pesticides or pest control they are adding to their lawn. And also, if you're a golfer or you play tennis, imagine all the toxic exposures. Even going to a gym, what are you exposed to? And think about dyes, tattoos, and artificial sweeteners, and mold. Mold is such a major common toxin we're seeing in the north, east, south. It doesn't even matter where you are. We're all exposed to mold in one way or the other. And some people are not even able to detoxify that. So the list is ongoing. Next slide, please. I have a lot of time for questions. So if you feel like I'm rushing this, it's because I want to go through the slides. I know I'm live. Hi, all my Instagram live. If you want a copy of the slide, just mention that and I'll share that with you. And we are going live here. We're live in the webinar, and I wish I could have shared that with you, but I'll go on with my presentation. So what are the common food allergies? This is a big area. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, your food contains mold. I ran an environmental toxicity test on one of my clients last week, and we discovered that a lot of her mold allergies are from her food. Food-based allergies. Let me say that again. Food-based allergies. This is becoming more common. And this is something we're dealing with. Processed meats, even unprocessed. If your meat is, you need to be very careful and have a better understanding of the sourcing of your food, and also on how we wash and take care of our food, because that is a huge area of getting toxins into our body. And there's specific toxins that are food related, and mold toxins that are food related. Dairy is another common food allergies, gluten, processed oils, refined sugars, and soy. But I just wanted to bring that up, that there's a lot of mold in food, especially produce. And there, I can name a lot of them, and you've just got to be careful, especially if you're a not eater, if you love fruits. I love fruits, but you have to be very careful and watch for those kind of foods that do contain mold. Next slide. So one of the things too is you need to get acquainted with your stool, like how your process of elimination, what it looks like. Don't have a bowel movement and disconnect yourself from it. You want to know there's a Bristol stool chart. You can find that online. It's available, and this is important. You want to know, what are you producing? What kind of bowel movement are you producing? What does it look like? Because it tells a story. What your bowel produce, the ability for your bowel to produce. What does it look like? Stringy, nice and healthy, and colorful and vibrant, or weak? I know a lot of you are like, she's talking about stool. Yes, you need to have an understanding of what is coming out of your body. What is coming out of your body is a byproduct of what you've ingested. So if you don't like the color, we have an issue. So next slide, please. All right. What is toxic burden or toxic load? And I mentioned that already, that accumulation of toxins. So if you've been alive for 58 years, you've never gone through metabolic detox, can you imagine how much toxins you've accumulated? Yes, we do have organs that are actually created to perform the duties. Your liver, your kidney, your gallbladder, they are all there. But over time, in the society we live in this day and time, it gets overburdened, and this leads to a compromise of the quality of our lives. So it leads to a compromise of the qualitative years. And that is part of how I'm linking this, and we're linking this to our program, which is the health longevity. How do you age well if you have this accumulation it's bottled and you're not getting rid of it. So that's part of the problem here. And that's part of what we're trying to resolve. So, yes, the organs are supposed to do that on a daily basis, but over time they get burdened. They get burdened and they stop working. Where how many non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is being diagnosed every day? We live in a world that now has a lot more non-alcoholic in NAFLD, right? And now we're checking the GGT numbers. We're checking so many things, and the numbers are outrageous. Even the normal in a standard lab is not normal. It's it's a fatty liver. These are things that are concerning, and that shows toxic load. So it's from all this combination of things that causes that. Next slide, please. So what really, you ask me, is the science behind this detoxification program? What does it entail? What does it offer? I mentioned our liver is actually an amazing organ. And remember, you have one beautiful liver that plays a major role in detoxification. And that detoxification follows a two-step enzymatic pathway because all that toxins has to be neutralized to be pulled out. It's like a conveyor belt, and it has to go through that process, the phase one, phase two, phase three is the elimination. And that is such a beautiful process. So it's science-based. This is not who are, oh, think about it as what, a concoction that's going to help you cleanse. This is real science, guys. This is something that is going to take you through that process of detoxification, not just elimination. Elimination, however, is the third phase. It's not mentioned here, but it is the third phase of that process. So you go through phase one, right? Phase two, and phase three. And it is important that we support the proper function of the pathway for all these toxins to be neutralized, converted, and pushed out. Next slide. So, true or false? Eating well and exercising regularly is enough to eliminate toxins and avoid accumulation. Well, no. Oh, Marsha said no. Very good. Good answer. Great. So Miss Marsha said no, absolutely. It's not enough. It's great. It's good. But when you understand where all these toxins are, it's almost like, attacking us from all those angles all over. It's never enough. Never enough. So it's not enough also to eat well. It's not enough to have a IV therapy. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, trends are not enough and will never outrun a good detoxification program. And over time, trends come and go. Now, I love trends. I am a biohacker. I love to biohack. I tell you, I do a lot of things, but they're trends. I want something sustainable so that I can continue to age qualitatively and also be judicious with your funds. So when you have those fundamentals that can help you achieve the same thing and don't have to biohack this all the time, you can do it every so often, then you live a healthy life. And that's part of what I'm teaching you here today. All right, next slide. A juice cleanse is just as comprehensive as a metabolic detoxification. All right, students, true or false? Who wants to take that who wants to answer that question? False. Yay, false. Not awesome. Yes, false. Juice cleanse is not enough. Hi, Rusty. Juice cleanse is never going to be enough. It doesn't have enough nutrients. As a matter of fact, it strips your body of nutrients. Like I said, fasting is good. If you know me well, I love fasting. Oh, don't get me started. We'll talk about that this year. Like I mentioned, get ready, hold tight to your seat because we are going deep dive this year. We're going to hash out all the trends that are not serving you, that are not well enough. And one of that is fasting the right way. Not everybody can do a juice cleanse. Not everybody gets the benefits. You know why? Because you need the nutrients to support the pathways. Wonderful answer. Next one, please. I'm going to move a little faster now because I want to take questions. So, a cellular level detoxification goes through phase one, remember, and phase two. And primarily, you get the toxins, right? It has to be made lipid soluble, okay? And then made less reactive and turned into metabolized and excreted. So for those of us that are on the webinar, when you look at this, you can understand the amount of support your body needs at every phase of this detoxification. So this is longevity at the cellular level. You cannot always look at the longevity at the surface level. A lot of us do that. That's not what it's about. Longevity starts at the cellular level. And this is very vital. So we are getting the cells to detoxify, and we've got to take them through the phases where we have the cytochrome P450 enzymes, and then we have the conjugated pathways, which is, can you believe this is all that happens during this program? Sulfation, glucuronidation, glutathione conjugation, acetylation, amino acid conjugation, and methylation, all happening during an actual detoxification. So does that sound like a juice cleanse, like a fast? No, it's not. There is so many groundwork that happens when your body goes through this process. So it takes a trained person that understands what you need, because you're going from a non-polar to water polar so you can excrete it. Like I mentioned, phase three is the excretion. If not, when you're doing a juice cleanse, some people retox, as in they recirculate the toxins. So they feel well for a little bit. Say, oh, I don't feel well. I don't know. I've got to do this again. You should feel well for a little bit of time and just not feel stuck in that specific space. All right, next. Yeah, so again, it's another slide that shows, and for those of us live on Instagram, I will share some of these pathways with you. I will post it, I will actually share it as a post. So just to kind of let us see what I'm talking about, as how we go from the fast soluble toxins and we go from that phase one and making it water soluble. It's so beautiful. And what are the forms of excretion? Urine, bile, stool, right? And those are necessary processes to eliminate all these toxins out of our body. Next slide. I hope I'm not boring you. I really didn't want to do a lot of science tonight because I want it to be enjoyable. The key for me, for you to get out of this, is to have an understanding of what this is and how this is so integral to how you age in addition to everything you're doing. And I see a lot of questions coming in. I'm going to have time. That's why I'm rushing through this. Like I mentioned, what liver phase, in a nutshell? Your liver, we already know that, is, oh, thank you so much. Not boring at all. Lots of information to absorb. And we're all at different levels of education. Thank you. I love you. So that's so encouraging. Pour in the encouragement. This is my passion. Oh, thank you. And I want to share with you. I want to break it down so you have an understanding. It's not for everyone, but guess what? This is my ministry. This is what I'm called to do. And listen, I am going to leave every single day of this year doing this. And I love it. Love you. Mwah. Love you all. Anyway, so we talked about about your liver being that most important organ of detoxification. That is why we don't want to make a lot of assaults to that liver. We want to keep it healthy so it can help you detoxify. But when we're having fatty liver, your ALT, AST, your doctor saying, oh, be careful with your liver is getting, and sometimes even the normal is not normal enough, and you're like, oh, I have a sluggish liver, I don't feel good. That is why, because we need to protect the liver. We need to protect our kidneys, of course, but the liver does a lot of horsework here, okay? It's very important. And then because it's got to go through all this conjugation and all the methylation and glutathione systems to help to clear and convert all these toxins and make them less toxic. Wonderful. All right, next. Oh, love you. Oh my gosh. Love you too, baby. All right. So I mentioned phase one is when we need that to happen. You're breaking down the enzymes, you're turning it from fat and fat soluble to water soluble. It needs to happen so that you can properly detoxify. Next step, please. And also, phase two is where those new substances are added, and that's where we need all the nutrients. So this is actually these are calculated processes. Along the line, this is where it's different because tons of nutrients are needed to guide you, to help you through that conveyor belt to get all this out. Let me throw this in here. When people are done with this detox, if you've done it before, put it in the chat. You will tell me, I have less brain fog. I can lose weight. I can move the fat out of my body. I feel better. I just, my labs look better. Your labs, your functional labs, your what have you labs look better. And you feel that vitality because you were able to push through that conveyor belt from the phase one, phase two with all the nutrients that supports you and helps you get it out of the way. And then you think of that, how all those things, it's just, when you think about the mechanics of it, it's beautiful. I always like to draw it out because it says a lot. Next page, please. Next one. All right. This is the conveyor belt. Can you imagine in one metabolic detoxification program, you're having the glycine pathway, taurine pathway, glutathione, sulfation, methylation, glucuronidation, and the acetylation pathway all happening at the same time. And let me also add that you get heavy metals excreted. Do you know how much heavy metals you get to excrete at every point in time? Or that you accumulate metals through what? Your root canals and what? The crowns in your mouth, and just even our foods have heavy metals. Now, when I run heavy metal testing in functional lab, oh my goodness, it's mind blowing. And I wonder, how are we getting all these metals in our system? And metals are they're parasites. They leach into our body and just leak, and almost like they suck the blood out of us. And they don't go anywhere. And that's something we need to worry about. Next slide. For our children and for the next generation. Well, and for us, no wonder we're seeing a lot more cancer, we're seeing more Alzheimer's. So our system is broken. We can heal our system. We have the power to heal. We have the power to fix the broken system, one person at a time. One person at a time. So a glimpse into detoxification, you do the clearing first. Next page. I want to have more time to get into questions. Then that is when you do the actual detoxification. Next slide, please. And then reintroduction. And all the steps can be explained if you're interested in going through this comprehensive program. A new program, I'm starting a program that myself and my husband will be co-leading on February 2nd. If you've never done it before and you're like, listen, this is my time to do this, join us. This is not walk as I mean do as I say, is do as I do. We all do it together. That's the kind of medicine we practice. So we're all going to do it together. We're all going to have a great time and go through all the motions together. So get ready if you want to join us. We're starting on Monday, February 2nd. Next slide. And Kenna talks about what makes you successful during the program. Next slide, please. And I think, let's see, okay. When you're detoxifying, regular elimination is important. Everything, you have to be able to detoxify. Your pores have to be open. That's when the sauna becomes your best friend. If you want not to sweat, we need to get you to sweat, because one of the ways is, and you've got to sweat all over, you've got to get rid of the toxins. You cannot accumulate toxins. I don't want to sweat. I hear that a lot. I'm like, what does that mean? You have to release the toxins through your pores, through your bowels, through your kidney, through your urine, right? So we have to get regular, constant, additional elimination during detoxification. It's that simple. Getting rid of substances. All right, wonderful. Next slide. Okay. Hydration, very important. Lots of water while you're detoxing. Also electrolytes. The nutrients helps to make this successful. The nutrients is what supports your body. And then we'll keep a diary. You get a good diary to keep how you're feeling. Right? All right, wonderful. All right, and we have a Facebook group for this. If you're interested, if you don't like Facebook group, we have other groups, great supportive groups that we do. I share recipes. As you all know, my hobby is cooking, playing in the kitchen, always sharing little tricks on how to make it easy on you, how you can play in the kitchen as well. If you've never done it before, I'll make you love cooking, right? That's something you'll learn from me. And recipes, this program is curated for you. Thank you. It's curated for you. You learn so many things and great recipes. I'm yet to find someone that does not like any of the recipes. All right, wonderful. Next slide. Well, thank you. And yes, yes. Oh, lots of questions. So I am about to answer all the questions. Maria is going to help with that to facilitate the questions, because I can't see all of them. So share those with me so I can answer away. And yes, wonderful. And I'm going to need some help with someone to help read I might be able to take questions from Instagram. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right. So
Yes, we
yeah,
have quite a few. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, Dr. Catherine. But yes, we have quite a few questions that have come in from quite a few customers and clients online here. So let me get started right away. I have Mary M, who is saying that she already takes a lot of supplements like magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin D. She wants to know, if she's detoxing, which supplement should she stop taking, and are they all safe to continue?
yes. Well, when you're detoxing, you're trying to give your body a break. I never have you stop your prescriptions because I did not put you on them. So I'm always very respectful to whoever put you in your prescription medications, because they're there for a reason. However, when it comes to nutraceuticals and supplements, if it will contradict what you're doing, I'll have you hold off on that. If it's going to support the process, I'll have you do it. But if not, then I have you hold off on those. And so I go on that on an individualized case. It just depends on what you have going on in addition to the detox. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And this one is a little bit more personal from Sarah H. I am very interested in the longevity medicine that you and Dr. Osini practice, and I'm trying to learn more about it. Can you please explain how detoxification connects to longevity?
Maria, somehow I think we lost Dr. Catherine.
Okay,
There you are, you're back.
so can you repeat that question, please, Maria?
Absolutely. This one is from Sarah H. She said, I am very interested in the longevity medicine that you and Dr. Osingi practice, and I'm trying to learn more about it. Can you please explain how detoxification connects with longevity?
Very good questions. Great questions tonight, guys. How does detoxification help in longevity? And I can explain that further. Would love to meet with you. Detoxification helps with longevity because you get the cellular renewal. You get to you get to make sure all those zombie cells that cause problems are eliminated, and they're kept at bay. You also, when you detoxify, you improve your immune system. So detoxification helps in so many facets of living healthy, in living a qualitative life, because over time you're turning over the cells adequately, and that is part of the key to qualitative living and qualitative life. Does that
Okay, thank you for that. And let's see here from Melanie A. She said, I'm 31 and I just had a baby a few months ago. My skin and energy have been really bad since. How long should I wait to try the detox for it to be safe for me and my baby?
question? Once you've stopped nursing, once you've been evaluated, and if you know me, I have a preconception workup. I also have a postnatal workup for women and mothers that are nursing that have had their babies, because you have to replenish the nutrients. So if you've just had a baby, if you're still nursing and you plan to nurse for a while, we'll figure a time once you've stopped nursing, and then we do labs, because I want to make sure that you can adequately detoxify. So detoxification is not just, oh, I want to detox. I have to make sure your body is able to support that program adequately. So once we know you're ready to do it, then we're on the roll.
Okay, from Sonia P. I am 62. I'm on several medications. Is
Mhm.
it safe to detox while continuing my prescriptions? Will it cause any problems or cause my medicine to be less effective?
So it will depend. Oh, maybe I should repeat some of those questions for those on Instagram Live. So Sonia wants to find out if she can continue her prescription medications if she's considering the detoxification program. So yes, I like I mentioned, I never stop you on your prescription medications. However, I always make sure I go through what you are taking. The good part of me is I also have my doctorate in pharmacy. So, and that is a beautiful combination and an asset to my clients, because I have a really good understanding of the biochemistry and the pharmacology and the need of the medication you're on. So I'm able to actually dial down or dial up or make adjustments. And sometimes I will call your provider and educate them in what I'm trying to do, what I need to do to help achieve what you're needing to achieve, if needed, if warranted, if it's going to be contraindicated, or if it's going to hinder your detoxification process. So I can modify that. That could be the length of time you're detoxing, or like I said, I work that with your provider. I never have any problems, so they have to do that. So that's not a problem. We just have to work it on an individual base. Good.
Okay. And Whitney said that she has an autoimmune issue. She's very careful and worried about anything that will trigger her immune system. Would a detox even be safe for someone like me?
Yes. Autoimmune, yes, conditions really do well with detox. I have a special program for you. Autoimmune, if you have autoimmune, if you're on this line, watching and listening, so beneficial. Again, this program is very safe, very adequate because it doesn't leave you depleted. It actually supports you nutritionally so you can gently detoxify. It's not harsh, it's collectively and calculatively positioned to help you eliminate some of the toxins that worsens your symptoms associated with autoimmune. Great results across the board. In my 20 years of doing this, I am yet to find someone that is not like detoxing well with an autoimmune condition. Good.
Marcia would like to know if we have a decortisol detox or a de-stress, anti-stress detox.
Oh, yes, we do. We can always work the detox to help you if you're faced with stress. If it's a if you're facing a stressful situation, what is stress is toxic to our body. Let me say that again. When we were mentioning toxins, I forgot to mention this. Guys, listen, stress is toxic to your body. So we need to de-stress and find a way to detoxify the stress. So yes, and there are ways to do that. Sometimes um I'll have to design the program for that for you so that it also includes adaptive measures, adaptogens, your cortisol regulators to help you wherever you are, whatever is going on. And so it's tailored to you. The beauty of this program is that it's tailored to you and your specific needs. Great question, Marsha.
Okay, and I have one from Shelly who has insulin resistance. And if I skip meals, I get shaky and very irritable. Do I have to fast the first 2 days? Can I still do the program without that part? Will I still get benefits from it?
Oh, yes. Guess what, Shelly? You don't have to fast the first 2 days. And that is why this program is not. I can I tell you this? I don't sell a one size fits all, if you all know me well. Because there's nothing called one size fits all. Listen, we're all different. We all look different. Your genetic makeup is different from mine. Yeah, so Miss Shelley, if you cannot fast, I will not make you fast. As a matter of fact, not everyone, it's energy dependent. A good metabolic detoxification program needs a lot of supportive energy to help you detoxify well. The better I support your energy, the better you detoxify. So that means if you're shaky and you have the spike in your blood glucose, I will not make you fast to do this. And that's fine. And and it's something we can work towards if we need to. And we can always do a fasting mimicking diet, like Marsha mentioned. Another great program that you're not truly always fasting. We just put you in a fasting mimicking protocol. Good. I love those questions, guys. You make my day. Thank you.
And this one is from John.
Oh, thank you, Rusty. Oh.
Oh, he says that I drink my coffee every single morning, no matter what. I'm worried about cutting out caffeine completely. Is this absolutely necessary? Is there any substitute you could recommend that I could go through my detox without feeling like a zombie?
My coffee drinkers. Okay, you want me to answer this one? I am one. Let me tell you, if you know Catherine, you know she loves her coffee. But I'll tell you this though, you have to drink the right coffee. Coffee is great. What kind of coffee you drinking? Ask me what type. Let me tell you. Hey, I know, Chris, you love coffee, love a good coffee, right, Marsha? I love a good coffee. But anyway, coffee is very moldy. Coffee contains a lot of toxins. If you want to drink coffee, should I give you a test? It needs to be dark shade grown, organic coffee, less acidic. Oh my gosh. And what else? And that's the best kind of coffee, because a lot of coffee is too acidic. You're already very acidic anyway, and we're trying to make you more alkaline. So when we drink this burnt, moldy coffee that's very, very moldy, I'm serious. We need to talk about this. This is a big issue. And guess what? Before the end of the first half of this year, we will have a coffee that is safe for you, but make it organic, dark shade grown, and also alkaline based, and it does exist. If you need help navigating that, I'm your girl. I'll help you. I can help you on that one.
Okay, and this one is actually for Megan, who says that she exercises regularly. I go every single day to the gym. Should I keep working out the same way, or do I need to scale things back if I'm going through a detox program?
If you're going through a metabolic detox, great question, by the way, Megan. If you're going through a metabolic detoxification program, it is energy dependent. You will not be able to sustain the same amount of energy to work out. Now, this is a time that you need to listen to your body. Energy dependent. It's going to take a lot of energy out of you. And I really like this time for my clients because a lot of time we're going, working hard, pressing hard, doing all what we need to do. But sometimes slowing down is gain. I like that. Slowing down is gain. So look at that. So you might not be able to, you will not be, because your body will tell you, because guess what you're going to do? You will get connected back to your body. You will be listening to your body because it talks to you. Trust me, I can tell you stories where you never realize how much your body talks to you. Your body talks. So you just listen. If it's just slow, intermediate intensity, light intensity, moderate intensity, decreasing your rep, increasing your rep, you can do that. You can do that and just change that in and out in different ways. Good. So it's just you modify and you listen. It's also an opportunity for you to get reconnected back to your body. Because sometimes when our body talks, we don't listen. Like, I'm not listening, and we do that. So this is another time to get in tune, to get into that in tune, harmony with your body. Beautiful. Great, thanks. Great questions.
Okay. And I have one here from Melanie who says that I have a very sensitive stomach. Supplements usually make me very nauseous. What happens if I'm unable to tolerate one of the products included in the detox protocol? And should I still try to do it anyway?
Good questions. I mean, guys, a round of applause for all those great questions tonight. Sensitive stomach, we can start low, we go slow. And a lot of what you have with the detox is nutrient based. Most times, and we actually always start very low and go slow. And if we even need to start lower, we can with you because this is specifically for you and just to help you wherever you are. Absolutely. Good question.
Okay. And this one is I'm 54. My labs always show inflammation markers are pretty high. Is this program actually meant to lower inflammation or is it just a liver detox?
Oh, I love that question. Is this program meant to reduce the inflammatory marker or just lower the liver enzymes? And the answer is absolute yes. I've seen the HSCRP, the C-reactive protein marker, get better all the time. Inflammatory markers go down and improve. Always great results and wonderful results that cardiologists and other specialists are always impressed by the drastic change in inflammatory markers. So the answer is yes, 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 yes.
Okay, and this one is from Abby. She said that I've had brain fog for months.
Oh.
I've been trying to get mental clarity through supplements, have not been successful yet. If I start this detox, how soon should I start noticing a significant improvement?
Oh my gosh. Okay, Maria, do you want to try this? How many times do you get? What is the main thing we hear about? Mental clarity, brain fog,
Absolutely.
right? It's like, you're like, oh my gosh, I can think again. What happened to my brain? I have my brain again. Brain fog, mental clarity, so good. So, so good. The brain fog goes away. You can think and you feel better. It's almost like my hiding spot when I start feeling like overwhelmed and just feeling like I'm just feel toxic burden. It's time to do a detox. And that's actually a good question. Like, how often should you do it? I recommend to do that with every season change. It's a great tool to do with every season change. Good question.
I definitely know that to be true, Doctor.
That's why
And,
I said
and
I
I
can.
learned myself that this detox is pretty transformative when it comes to brain fog. This one is from Melissa. She said, I get migraines all the time. Has anyone doing this detox stated that they get headaches worse or should it help? And when should I expect to feel a difference?
Okay, if you get migraines all the time, we need to get to the reason why you're having migraines all the time. Now, you might, and that is, you know, that is not something I'm just going to take lightly. I'm like, what causes it? How did it happen? When did it start? What's your blood sugar? What's so I want to know that. I want to put you on the detox, but while and when, because I'm an investigator. You tell me something, I'm going digging, because that's really what I'm practicing, root cause medicine. So it's like I'm like an archaeologist. Okay, let's dig. Why and what happened to the migraine? How did it start? And you're a woman, are you perimenopausal, menopausal? And when last did you have your lab drawn? And I mean, what's your blood sugar? What's your insulin? All those things happen, and then I will tailor that to what the program is so that I can help you. But if that makes sense to you, that you're telling me there's a migraine, like, okay, why I'm going to run after it to figure out what's causing the migraine so that when you're doing the detox, it supports you and helps you resolve the problem. Because this is not a band-aid, this is going to fix it. And I want to make sure I'm fixing it the right way so that you don't have to see me again, right? Yeah.
And I like this. This is from Cynthia. She says she travels for work. And if she's stuck in a hotel for a few days and has a couple of cheat days while she's on the detox, is the program completely over for her? Does she have to start it?
Okay, if she's stuck in a hotel. Hi, Cynthia. If you're stuck in a hotel and cheat days, if this is your first time doing the metabolic detox, this is my general rule in life. 100% is perfect. No one is perfect. I'm not going to be on this line and lie to you. Like, 100% of the time, I'm perfect. The best grade you can get is 99. Okay. And that's pretty difficult to achieve. But if you're serious about a metabolic detox and you can grade yourself between 85 and 90, you've done well. That means you have that 10% room to wriggle when you travel. So it's not over, okay? There's grace, there's mercy. I believe in those two things because we all have it. I have grace. You've got to love yourself to give yourself grace. All right, you traveled, it was difficult, you had meetings, and I work with a lot of high clients that are in meetings all the time. And sometimes it becomes difficult. I'm like, okay, all right, you fell off, you had a cheat meal, get up and go. That's it. Get up and go. That's it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're not going to stop. It's not the end all. Do I want you to always have to do that? No. But over time, as you learn how to accommodate travel. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. You're building a lifestyle. So it's not going to happen all at once. You're going to learn from it and you get better. It's like a muscle. You work the muscle, you get better, and you get more disciplined, and you have more tools in your toolbox to wiggle yourself around. That's all it is. So don't be hard on yourself. Absolutely, we get up and we go.
Lisa wants to know how much water do you expect us to or recommend us to drink each day, whether we are on or off the detox, and does it have to be only plain water?
Oh, great question. How much water do we have to drink on or off this? Well, water is essential. So is something a lot of us don't do. Electrolytes. You need to drink half, general rule, you want to drink, half of your body weight, right? So, but think about this too. That depends on your kidney function. Because if you have a compromised kidney, that water level decreases. I'm not going to expect you to drink as much. If you have congestive heart failure, so I don't always like that general rule because it doesn't always work for everyone. Now, if you work outdoors, if you're a runner, you do a lot of cardio, you need to replace, we all need electrolytes, okay? We need Celtic salt, something, minerals in your water because you've got to pull those electrolytes in. And I teach that all the time. You need electrolytes. So water is great, but we achieve the amount of water you need based on your heart, your kidneys, and where you are and what's going on and how much you're clearing that. And also, like I mentioned, you need electrolytes as well. So, and that would help to, and it doesn't have to, and that can be something you can always throw in and we can figure out what works. So you're better hydrated. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for, hydration. But the general is always half of our body weight, but I don't want to just casually put that out there because it depends on where you are. I'm so medically inclined. I'm not just going to throw a number that is ridiculous and say, oh, drink 100 ounces of water when your kidneys cannot even take that or your heart cannot. So I would need to know more, but general rule of thumb is, you want to do some adequate water and electrolyte on a daily basis. Great. All
Uh,
right.
And this question is for Emma. She said that I work very long shifts and I can't be running to the bathroom all day. Will this program cause diarrhea or anything like that?
Oh, she works, yeah, she works long shifts. And no, remember, this program is not a colon cleanse. As a matter of fact, it does the opposite because a lot of us are very acidic. Your body is in an acidic environment. And this program is trying to make you more alkaline. So when you're trying to make your body more alkaline, it's like almost like a resistant force, okay? There is that force of resistance. And when you have that force of resistance, what happens is the opposite. So instead of going to the bathroom, some people actually would encounter constipation because your body doesn't understand what you're doing. Like, what are you doing to me? Why are you trying to eliminate all this good loving toxins that have been accumulating over these years? Now you're trying to change the pH profile of your body. So it doesn't necessarily be that. So you don't always have to say, as a matter of fact, most times I have to push things, I have to support you in getting that eliminated. And sometimes you see, but it's not a colon cleanse, it's not a juice cleanse, wash it all out. No, man. Most times you have to support that to happen. So you're good. A lot of us do it and we have to work and we're working very busy clinics and practices and different vocation of ours and doing well with it. Yeah, good, 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 good. I am looking forward to a great team joining us. It's going to be wonderful. And it's going to be a great time. And I know we're going to have a great time together. We have quite a number of people joining us, so it'll be great. Any additional questions tonight?
I actually have one more. Actually, I have a couple more, but this one is a good one. When Dr. Osini would probably be a good one to answer this as well. But as far as a detoxification program, this is from Emily, who is in perimenopause. My sleep has been terrible for the past year. Do people notice any changes in sleep after detoxifying?
Yes, yes, yes. Of course, the sleep pattern. Oh my gosh, I think you know what? We have some interesting things. Oh, nice having you, Chris. We'll see you next time. Uh, thank you for joining. And yes, we've seen a lot of great help with sleep, with insomnia, and we should do one with perimenopause and menopausal symptoms and how it helps to alleviate some of that. And we have our sleep specialist. I know Dr. Singh is on board and he's on board somewhere, but yes, it does help a lot. We do get that. I mean, people talk about how they get relief from it, so it's good. It's definitely, you actually sleep deeper. If you wear a measurable device, Whoop, what have you, Aura Ring, you do notice more deep sleep and more REM sleep after you've detoxified. You notice, and it's so impressive. It's so impressive. Yeah. All right. Oh, well, Dr. Saini did return and said, absolutely, there are significant improvements in sleeper detox. Oh, thank you, honey. Well, he answered that for us. And that's our sleep specialist and longevity expert on sleep. So, yeah, good. Any other questions tonight? And
I I have
beyond,
one final. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. No, no, no. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
have one final question here from Terry, who
Okay.
said that she's already gluten free, mostly dairy free, and pretty healthy. But she's very into preventative medicine. Would I still benefit from a detox program?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Proactive medicine, preventative medicine, longevity medicine is all the same. You are just getting rid of toxins. Even when we are gluten free, sugar free, dye free. I mean, we are still living in a very toxic world. Don't forget your emotions. Don't forget peri and menopausal symptoms. Yes, ma'am, if you're not, even in the teens, I'm beginning to detoxify my teenagers. That's how toxic our world is. That answers it. And you know what, guys? Get ready for February. It's going to be a great time. We have a great presentation. I'm going to keep you on the edge of your seat when we release this one. It's going to be great. And I'll have a co-host with me. And so stay ready, stay engaged. Join us February 2nd. It's so much easier when we can do it as a group. So we have a group that's going live February 2nd. Join us. It's going to be great. And we look forward to having you join us and let's do this journey together. And it was nice seeing you all and love you all and have a great evening. Mwah. Good night.
Dr. Catherine, thank you so much. That was tremendous. Thank you for sharing your
Oh,
time, your expertise, your guidance. I'm jazzed up. It's really exciting from my point of view. So thank you so much. We're also truly grateful to everyone who joined us tonight. Your time and encouragement, both on Zoom and Instagram Live, are really, really appreciated. As a thank you for attending, we're pleased to offer you a 10% discount off your next nutraceutical purchase. So use the discount code DETOX2026 down there in the frame there, DETOX2026. And in addition, we'll be offering a 10% off services at Alpha Care Wellness Center through the next week to help get you on your wellness journey, ready, back, and ready to go. So thanks everyone for being here tonight. We look forward to supporting you on your healthy journey, and have a great time and be the best you. Good night, everyone.
good night. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Great seeing you always.